false start. I think everybody expected it, and apparently they weren't. And the boys over in Conroe's side, it's just like, come on.
Yeah, and I was kind of joking with you during the halftime when we were talking about that. It's like it's the home field advantage. You know, you're going to get the calls if you're the home team, and not criticizing the referees. You're not going to see everything, but with that one, I felt like it was that one really is one of those calls that should have been made, and it was missed, and I think it had a little bit of an impact on that drive. Now, the game isn't won and lost on a single drive, especially in a situation like this.
No, and that's where the coaches needed to come in and just say, guys, that's part of football. It's going to happen. You've got throughout the season, you've gotten calls that you shouldn't have. You've gotten calls that you should have, and it washes out. And in this case, it was one that went against them, and Atascocita capitalized on it.
Yeah, and I mean, like you said, there's those times that the ball will bounce your way, and sometimes it won't. You'll get the call, sometimes you won't. And this was one of those situations, like you said, with the Conroe Tigers, just didn't get the call. But let's look at the Atascocita Eagles here for a second. I mean, to be honest with you, you're right over there, Brett. He's a little bit too anxious drinking that drink you got there. But no, But looking at the Atascocita Eagles, who are about to receive the ball here to start the second half, they've really come out and they've hit it with the ground game mainly because of this wind that is still blowing about 25 miles an hour, which is insane for East Texas.
And they're also going into the wind just like they did in the second quarter.
And see right there, the ball they were about to get the kickoff, and the ball falls off the tee. And so we're going to have to go again here, getting the kickoff set up. But Atascocita is averaging 48 points a game. They're rolling over Conroe right now. We're talking about, I mean, you and I are talking about the Klein-Collins matchup that's going to be in a couple weeks and what they're going to be facing. And we had Forrest Cox up here, who's also one of our broadcasters. He works with the Atascocita Eagles, during the weeks, but he broadcasts the other games. And we were talking about what the Eagles are facing in Klein-Collins, and that this is going to be a matchup that the Eagles are really. And here's an onside kick as it's on the ground, and it's going to go out of bounds as it's pushed out of bounds at the 45-yard line. I kind of expected that from Conroe here. Second one tonight, but your backs are against the wall. You might as well do it.
Yeah, it was another gutsy call, and I think we're going to see that Conroe is just going to open up, just pretty much take the playbook and use everything that they can.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you've got nothing to lose. You're going into a game next week on the 6th against College Park, and that's your season. So tonight you're playing a team that's ranked, according to MaxPreps.com, I saw them ranked at number 29 in the state in 6A, and it's a rightfully so ranking. I mean, the Atascocita Eagles are very strong. You've seen them all. You've seen them from afar. I've seen them right up here as Taylor takes that one up the middle for a gain of 8 yards before he's brought down. Very good run there by Taylor to start here the second half.
Yeah, and that takedown by Quentin Brown. Once again, another name we're going to be hearing a lot in this second half.
Well, Taylor will take the handoff this time. No, it's going to be a fake give. It's going to be a toss to Campbell on the near side waiting for the ball. And he's going to be forced out of bounds at the 35-yard line for a first down.
Yeah, Gerald Evans came up from the secondary to make sure that he didn't get any more yardage because he did get the first down.
So 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Davion Boyd really getting it started early here, and now they ran a couple of hurry-up plays, and Coach Stump slows it down a little bit, makes the call to the sidelines. Waiting in the pistol is Boyd. Patrick Taylor in the backfield. Here it comes. He will hand the ball off to Taylor, who will take it up the middle, find some holes, but he's going to get wrapped up, and he falls forward for a gain of about 5, but he gets wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage. Very strong legs by Taylor there.
Yeah, Blake Doolin was the one that was able to wrap him up and bring him down.
So same formation, handoff to Taylor. Taylor bounces it around the far side. He's at the 30-yard line, and he gets down to the 25, gets the first down, and continues to run towards the 20 and down to the 19 before he's brought down. First down, Atascocita.
Yeah, Quentin Brown just put his helmet down and made sure that he didn't get any more yardage on that play.
Not a packed house here for the Eagles fans, but it's a pretty good turnout for them tonight, as that ball is going to be a quick screen route towards the far side. It's going to be Fairman who makes the catch, and he takes it down to the 12-yard line. No, it's 13, and it's going to be 2nd down and 4. Clock continuing to run, 10:27 to go, 34-8 the score. Atascocita trying to really put this one away here in the third quarter.
Well, you can see they're doing a even if it's no huddle, it's a quick in and out type scheme.
So here comes the handoff. It's going to be to Taylor. Taylor trying to take it up the middle. It's got correction. It's Cameron Jones taking it up the middle. No, wait, I'm sorry. It was Patrick Taylor. One is 6, one is 9. I saw him on his side.
It looks like Von Taylor on the tackle for the Tigers.
So you got Davion Boyd, Rod Shorts, and Patrick Taylor in the backfield. Boyd standing in the gun, waiting for the snap. Here it comes. Tossing over towards the slant route into the far side, and it's caught by number 15, A.J. Smith, making his 26th catch of the season. He's got 2 touchdowns, 306 yards coming into tonight.
And he was being very tightly covered by Darian Pratt.
So A.J. Smith with his first catch of the evening. Waiting for the snap is Boyd. He'll hand the ball off to Taylor. Taylor taking it up the middle, and he finds a couple of holes and walks right into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. Your score here at Turner is now 40-8 with 9:22 to go here in the third quarter. So here comes the extra point unit. And that touchdown is brought to you by Allspa's Ace Hardware. We are Ace Hardware and so much more. Atascocita with that swinging gate formation for their extra points. And the snap. Good snap, good hold. It is up and through the uprights. Atascocita now taking a 41-8 lead with 9:22 to go here in the third quarter. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. You're listening to TexanLive.com.
Allspa's is so much more than Ace Hardware. Sure, we have nuts and bolts, lawn and garden, faucets and fixtures, lights and locks, even outdoor cooking. But Allspa's is also a boutique, featuring the finest names in jewelry and home accessories. But most importantly, Allspa's is a friendly, helpful family of people who take pride in their products and services. Allspa's is Ace Hardware, and so much more.
Back here live from Turner Stadium, J.W. Smith alongside Brent Hallmark. Brent, the Atascocita Eagles just walk down the field and score, and they take a 41-8 lead. If you're Conroe, I mean, you're right now, Matt, like you're out of the game, but the game's not over, but it's going to be a very long road to the top, back to a situation where you can take a lead.
Well, again, this is a game that Conroe went in knowing that they weren't going to make the playoffs. They were playing for pride. They were playing for the love of the game. I don't think any of that has changed. And at the same time, if I was their coaches, I would just say, play the game. Let's see what develops.
So that ball actually falls off the tee just like last time, and now they're set up to kick it away again, and here it is. It's a low kick, line drive right down to the 14-yard line. It's going to be fielded by Mims. Mims trying to find a seam. He finds one down to the 36-yard line before he gets brought down. So Conroe having a pretty decent return game here as Mims takes it to the 31 or the 36-yard line, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
What the Atascocita defense needs to do in this series is force a 3 and out. Keep the momentum on their side of the ball and get their offense back on the field.
Well, and I'm going to point this out. I don't know if you're noticing it, but there's some raindrops falling now on our on the glass here. It's not a heavy rain, but it's definitely, there's some water falling from the sky. As I'm pulling up the local radar, as the Conroe Tigers have taken the field. In the gun is Kizzy, waiting for the snap. Now he's going to look towards the sidelines and get the call from Coach Walker.
Looks like they're going to have a timeout.
And they're going to take a timeout. This is the second time that they've come out with a first play and had to call a timeout after having an opportunity to really know what's going on. But this timeout is going to be brought to you by Tin Roof Barbecue. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, folks. 41-8 to score.
I'm Danny Sullivan, owner of Sullivan's Advanced Paint and Body, your home of top quality craftsmanship with hands-on care. We proudly offer a national lifetime guarantee. Stop on by and say hi. You're going to be glad you did. At Sullivan'sAdvancedPaintandBody.com, we're really going the extra mile to make you smile. Sullivan'sAdvancedPaintandBody.com, 22500 Loop 494 in Kingwood.
Kizzy drops back to pass on that one, and he is wrapped up in the backfield and sacked by number 44 for the Eagles.
That's Demarius Brooks.
Another sack for Brooks there, and he's been all over that backfield tonight.
He has been. He's been watching, reading the play. He's seen where there's been gaps in the offensive line and just inviting himself in that backfield.
In the gun, Kizzy looking right, making the catch at the line of scrimmage. It's hard seeing who it is. With the Conroe jerseys from this angle, it's really hard to see who the catch was made by. I believe that's Jalen Allen, number 8, making the catch.
And he was brought down by Nora Celestine.
So Allen makes his first catch of the night, but it's 3rd down and 19. Ball sitting at the 27-yard line inside their own territory are the Conroe Tigers. Here comes the snap. Drops back, looking left, now scrambling around, rolling out to the far side, directing traffic a little bit, tossing towards his wide receiver right at the first down marker. And it's incomplete, so that's going to be 4th down for the Tigers. So
well, Brandon Knight was for Atascocita was right there on the coverage to make sure that if he caught that ball, he wasn't going to go anywhere.
Targeting on that one was Kelly McFarland, the wide receiver for Conroe. And that ball wasn't really in anywhere where he could catch it. So 4th down, 8:01 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Kick is up high, spiraling kick. Wins caught it. It takes a bounce at the 25-yard line and sails right towards the out-of-bounds area. And now it's going to be down at the 22-yard line. So good kick there for Conroe, putting Atascocita in their own territory. And here come the Eagles. So I'm trying to get the weather, but it looks like there's a little bit of showers in the area, but nothing too concerning as far as, well, it looks either, yeah, just a little bit to the south of us here, but not really anything concerning as far as lightning threats or anything like that. So no delay expected here at Turner.
No, I think we're just on the tail end of a little shower that popped up in the area, and we're just getting like the mist from it.
So 4 wide receivers set, toss to Fairman, who makes the catch at the 21-yard line and then kind of finds a little bit of extra room to run, and he gets down to the 30. So it's going to be close to a 1st down for the Eagles. It's going to be 2nd down and 2. So very good 2nd down here situation for the Atascocita Eagles.
And yeah, he was brought down by Dalen Jefferson and assisted by Quentin Brown on that play.
Tossing to the near side, he's got Campbell, who makes a catch at the 31-yard line, and he gets hit hard as he's going out of bounds. Big hit there.
Oh, that was Quentin Brown again that had that big hit that just literally stopped his whole momentum, knocking him out of bounds.
And Campbell's not the biggest guy out there. He lines up in the slot. And here comes the handoff to Taylor. Taylor trying to take it up the middle, but nothing doing. 2nd down, he gains a yard.
No, Ronnie Nix for the Tigers read that play very well, and he came over there on that left side through the offensive line and was able to grab him.
7:01 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Score 41-8, Eagles leading the Tigers. 2nd down and 9. Line to gain is the 49-yard line. Waiting for the snap is Boyd. They got a bunch formation, no wide receivers out wide, and he's going to hand the ball off to Taylor. Taylor trying to reach the edge on the far side, but he's going to get brought down right around the line of scrimmage. He gains maybe a half a yard, and it's going to be 3rd down here coming up.
Yeah, the sophomore defensive back, Marcus Sweat, was the one responsible for the tackle on that play and read it very well.
So 3rd down coming up for the Eagles. Getting the call from Coach Stump on the sidelines is Davion Boyd, who's having a pretty good night. He's already got 2 touchdowns on the ground and another through the air. I think he actually has 2 more through the air. Correction. So he's had a pretty good night as they put Smith in motion here. He's dropping back to pass, looking towards the far side. Looks like he's got number 5, Schwartz, on the far side, making the catch for a gain of 6 yards, but it's going to be 4th down and short, and the Atascocita Eagles with a 41-8 lead. And the ball at the 46-yard line, they are going to elect to punt here.
Yeah, Dedrian Pat just came in there and just made the hit, knocking him out of bounds, forcing the 4th down.
Now, at some point tonight, you're going to see the Atascocita Eagles reserves coming in, as you know that Coach Stump is going to want to get those guys some reps in a planned, as that kick is almost blocked, and that's going to die right in the air and to bounce at the 40-yard line, and now it's going to take a Conroe bounce and then bounce back towards the Atascocita side, and it's going to be down at the 45-yard line. So what was that, a 15-yard punt ultimately?
Eventually, yes, about a 15-yard punt.
So that's just kicking into the wind. That's what you'll see. But as I was saying, you're going to see these reserves for Atascocita start rotating in, because if you're Atascocita, you're thinking a deep run into the playoffs, and once you get to the playoffs, these teams are going to be hard-hitting, fast, and you're probably going to expect to see some kind of injuries at some point, so you want everybody ready. So waiting for the snap is Kizzy. He fakes the handoff, rolling towards the near side, and he's trying to find somebody open, but he's going to be sacked in the backfield, in the open backfield. And it looks like that was I can't see, he's walking towards number 8. Niles Tiahula. There you go. Tulahalanini. That's how you say it. I had to wait for the PA announcer to announce that one. But very good play for him. Dropping back, 2nd and long, looking for somebody over the middle, and he was targeting, I believe he was targeting Cameron Williams, their big wide receiver, but he was just thrown in front of him, so nothing doing. It's going to be 3rd down and long. And you got to chalk that one up to just good defense and putting the pressure on Kizzy in the backfield.
Yeah, it was a combination of everything with the pressure in the backfield and the fact that all the receivers were covered at the same time.
So Kizzy has struggled through the air tonight. They're in the pistol now. He's going to draw back to pass, stepping up in the pocket. Now he's going to be touched, but there he's trying to get away. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage as he had just shoestring tackled. He had a little bit more room to run had he been able to get away from that one, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, Avante Broussard for the Eagles was able to get a piece of his jersey, but he couldn't bring him down, but he caused him to lose his balance in falling down.
And that's all you need to do in this situation, because it's 4th down. And you can't expect, I mean, it looks like they're trying to decide, but I saw their offense come off the field. But Robert Walker's over there talking to his guys. So the way that you're talking there, I mean, a fake isn't really out of the question, but it's definitely going to be punted away here, as it's going to fall at the 25-yard line out of bounds. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for Atascocita. 3:40 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Wind still blowing at about 25 miles an hour. And
goalpost still shaking.
Goodness gracious. Yeah, they are. Like I said earlier, they kind of look like the pine trees just wobbling back and forth out there. So here come the Atascocita Eagles, leading 41-8 still here at Turner Stadium on homecoming night nonetheless. So this is a good homecoming game for them. It's the kind of homecoming game you would expect, where you come in and you just have a big win and everybody feels good. And I mean, it's not over yet by any means, but with the way this game is going, Atascocita is on their way. Waiting in the gun is Boyd, dropping back to pass. Actually, going to quick toss over towards the near side. He's going to catch Fairman, who jukes a couple of guys and gets down to the 45-yard line. Actually going to mark him out at 46. Inside Conroe territory. Good play there for Fairman.
Yeah, Blake Doolin and Roy Kelly combined for the Tigers for the tackle
So 1st and 10 Eagles, ball at the 46-yard line. Going in the hurry up, they're going to quick toss out to Campbell, who's going to make the catch at the behind the line of scrimmage, but he's going to take it down to the 39-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds on the far side of the field. And it's going to be 2nd down and 4.
And we do have a flag on the play.
Actually, I didn't see them throw that flag. Now I'm seeing it on the ground. Brent, I'm pretty sure you have the eyes of a hawk out here from high atop Turner Stadium out here in the Texan live broadcast booth.
On the play, we have holding number 5 of the offense. That's a 10-yard penalty. Still 1st down.
So that's a hold on Dwight Shorts. We'll see him at quarterback later if he gets the if they go into their backups. But he's out there playing wide receiver right now. So it's going to be 1st down and 20 for the Eagles. 3:17 to go here in the quarter. Drops back to pass. Looking over the middle. He's got Campbell. He catches it at the 35-yard line. And he falls down at the 31. Nobody around him, though. Had he been able to stay on his feet and catch that in stride, he would have been gone.
Yeah, but he did a pretty good effort, almost in terms of acrobatics, just to grab the ball.
And I guarantee you that one had to do a little bit with the wind. As they're going to toss that one towards the far side to Smith, who makes the catch and falls down running, getting tackled at the 23-yard line. But it's enough for a 1st down, and the Eagles are in business here, almost in the red zone.
Yeah, Quentin Brown, excuse me, again for the tackle, another name that we've heard a lot tonight.
Same play, far side. Smith making the catch, taking it down to the 10, to the 5. He's going to fall into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. On the bubble screen. So A.J. Smith gets a touchdown. That's his 3rd one of the season. And the score here from Turner. (47-8). Here comes the extra point team. And when they do decide to kick it, if they decide to kick it instead of going for 2, looks like they are going to kick now as they wait in that swinging gate formation. Just seeing what the defense gives them there. 2:32 to go here in the quarter. As that one goes up and through the uprights, your score here from Turner, 48-8, 40-point lead for the Atascocita Eagles. That touchdown is brought to you by Allspa's, Ace Hardware. We are Ace Hardware, and so much more. Don't go anywhere, folks. Conroe coming back with the ball right after this.
Allspa's is so much more than Ace Hardware. Sure, we have nuts and bolts, lawn and garden, faucets and fixtures, lights and locks, even outdoor cooking. But Allspa's is also a boutique, featuring the finest names in jewelry and home accessories. But most importantly, Allspa's is a friendly, helpful family of people who take pride in their products and services. Allspa's is Ace Hardware, and so much more.
48-8 the score here at Turner Stadium. 2:32 to go in the half. Atascocita leading the Conroe Tigers. And Brent, Conroe is really showing a lot of. They're making mistakes defensively, and Atascocita is just a really, really powerful team right now, and it's just hard to keep up once you start falling behind a team like this. That ball going down, a squib kick towards the middle of the field, and it's going to be fielded at the 20 and taken down all the way to. Let's see where they mark him out. It looks like it's close to the midfield. No, they're going to actually. I'm sorry, he stepped out of bounds at the 42-yard line. So. 1st down Conroe, but as I was saying, it's just hard to catch up when you fall behind to a team like Atascocita that can just strike so fast.
Well, this is also the game film. When this game is over, they go back in the field house and they look at the game film. They're not just going to look and see what they did right and what they could have improved on, but they're going to be looking at Atascocita at the same time and using it as an educational tool.
Waiting in the gun is Kizzy. He's going to hand the ball off, and that's going to go to Donovan Lloyd taking it up the middle, but he's met right at the line of scrimmage by that defensive line. He gains a yard, but that's all he's going to get from that play.
And using it as a tool to coach, that's the mark of a good coach. And you got to remember, a lot of these players are coming back next year.
In the pistol, waiting for the snap. He's going to hand the ball off to Lloyd again. He's going to find a hole down to the 40-yard line, trying to cut back down towards the near side, but he's going to fall down on his own as he gets his feet out from under him. Nobody tackles him. He just kind of falls, but he gets the first down and then some. Big gain there for Lloyd. And that's his longest run of the night.
That's that turf monster you were mentioning
exactly.
earlier.
So in the pistol again. Wouldn't surprise me if they went to the ground. No, it's going to be a pass. It's going to go over, and it's going to be intercepted at the 18-yard line, and it's down to the 40, the 45, down to the 50, cutting back upfield. He's got a lot of room to run. 45, cuts another man. He's running towards the far side. He doesn't get much more than the 45, and that's an interception, but there was a flag on the play, and it might have been a free play, as there might have been some kind of contact or a hold. But we'll see what the flag was. Here comes the call. On the interception, that was Latrendre Paylor. The number 20, right?
Yes.
Okay, I was looking at it. He's listed as a running back on the roster. So here comes the call from the referee.
We have offsides on the defense.
So this one's coming back.
5-yard penalty, still first down.
So free play for Conroe, and Conroe gets another chance here.
Well, they definitely caught a break with that one, because you know Kizzy would like that ball back regardless if it was a free play or not. But officially it never happened.
And if you're Paylor, you're out of breath and you got nothing for it. So in the pistol again, they're going to fake the gives, drop back to pass. Now he's rolling towards the right. He's got a lot of room to run. He's going to tuck the ball, trying to get the first down. Spins one man, spins another, and he's brought down by the second man he was trying to juke. It's a first down and a big gain, and Conroe is sniffing the red zone for the second time tonight.
Yeah, he was brought down by Riley Honor for the Eagles.
So 1st and 10, Conroe. Ball on the 24-yard line. Here comes the snap, and in the backfield, immediately hit, as that was perfectly timed by number 53 for the Atascocita Eagles, Chris Thomas. And he immediately penetrated in there.
He must have gotten in there, but with the way that he was able to do that tackle, he must have got in there at the second the ball was snapped.
So 2nd down and 12 for the Tigers, waiting for the snap. Kizzy, now the hard count. Now they're going to pop their heads up and look towards the sidelines, waiting for the call from Coach Walker. Here comes the snap. Kizzy drops back to pass, looking right. He's got his man Cameron Williams on the far side, and it's going to be caught. Oh, that's correction. That's Kelly McFarland making the catch, and it's a touchdown for the Conroe Tigers. And now Conroe has a score here in the third quarter. 48-14 right now. Here comes the extra point team, and you can bet that Atascocita is going to be ready for that 2-point conversion that they fell for last time.
We have personal foul, rushing the passer on the defense. That's a 15-yard penalty. It'll be applied on the kickoff.
So, 15-yard penalty there for roughing the passer. And that's a mistake you can't make if you're Atascocita. That's just, you just don't want to have those kind of mistakes carry over into the playoffs. You just got to try to play a clean game. It's not going to affect you overall, but that one's almost blocked as it's up and through the upright, so it's good. That touchdown brought to you by Allspa's Ace Hardware. We are Ace Hardware and so much more. Your score here from Turner, 48-15. Eagles over the Tigers. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. You're listening to TexanLive.com.
Allspa's is so much more than Ace Hardware. Sure, we have nuts and bolts, lawn and garden, faucets and fixtures, lights and locks, even outdoor cooking. But Allspa's is also a boutique, featuring the finest names in jewelry and home accessories. But most importantly, Allspa's is a friendly, helpful family of people who take pride in their products and services. Allspa's is Ace Hardware, and so much more.
48-15 the score here from Turner Stadium. Atascocita leading over the Conroe Tigers. 22 seconds to go in the third quarter. Brent, that catch, very, very spectacular there for Kelly McFarland.
It was, because Brandon Knight for the Eagles was right there on top of him. Pretty much there was nothing Knight could do unless he was willing to sacrifice a penalty. But the ball just came right over the shoulder, literally right into his arms for the touchdown.
You know, Kizzy, he shows those touch, like he's shown tonight he has some good touch when he can get the ball into his receiver's hands, but he's been inaccurate thus far tonight, and it's really it could be the wind. There could be some issues just with mechanics that he's working on right now, you know. But when he is able to get the ball into a receiver's hands in the open or in stride, you can see that this team really just there's just some work that needs to be done, and this is something I haven't seen in a long time. A ball being kicked off at the 45-yard line inside the opponent's territory because of the 15-yard penalty.
Exactly. You're literally, if this was a fourth down play, you'd say it's in dead man's land.
Oh, yeah. You wouldn't even punt it from here, to be honest. But you've got a 25-mile-an-hour wind at your back, and if this doesn't go out of the end zone, I don't know what would.
And I think that's probably what they're aiming for, is just take it out of the end zone.
Well, you might expect an onside kick, too. You see the Atascocita has everybody, they kick it really high up, but they're trying to get to it, and it's fair caught at the 25-yard line, and that's exactly what Conroe was trying to do, just get the ball, maybe have an opportunity to force a fumble or a bad catch for somebody who doesn't normally have to put their hands on the ball. So first down and 10 for the Eagles as they're about to come out. So last week at Atascocita, in their last 3 games since the loss to the Woodlands, they've scored 51 against Oak Ridge, 49 against Summer Creek, 48 against Kingwood, and thus far tonight they've scored 48 against Conroe. And those are all in-district opponents. So that's going to be a handoff to Taylor as they put a man in motion. Correction, that's going to be Cameron Jones, who bounces off a couple of guys, and he takes the ball for 15 yards and a first down. So now the Atascocita Eagles have put in the reserve unit, I believe. No, they have not yet. It's actually still Davion Boyd out there. I thought I saw Shorts. As Boyd drops back to pass, he's going to toss the ball to Smith, who makes the catch on the far side. And it's the same play that they scored the touchdown on, and he gains 6 yards, maybe 7 for a first down. And that's going to do it for the third quarter.
And Dalen Jefferson on this tackle, and he was also responsible for the tackle before on the previous play.
So he's been all over the field over there.
He really has.
So that's going to do it for the third quarter here at Turner Stadium. Your score 48-15, Eagles over the Tigers. We're going to take a quick break and be right back with the fourth quarter and the conclusion of the game. You're listening to TexanLive.com. Don't go anywhere.